Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com. Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hot.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's another Thursday night. You already know what's going down.
Yes.
You are tuned in to the best show in Las Vegas and across the country and over in the other countries that they listen to us in. This is Choppin with Big Doc. I am your host, Big Doc, with my beautiful co-host, the lovely Miss Peaches, who is looking kind of pink, I guess, since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
That's so not why.
Well, I mean, I'm still giving shouts out to breast cancer awareness.
Yes,
I mean,
save the tatas and all that, right?
Yes, save the titties.
Save the titties.
What's going on, Keita? How you doing?
Hey,
she said
cousin.
hi, so I'm gonna say
hey,
hi.
Cousin.
Hey, cousin Keita. All right, so as you can see, I'm rocking my Bronco gear. I got to go ahead and take my medicine, being that my Broncos did in fact lose to the Raiders last Sunday. And I am now, thanks to my Broncos.
Halfway to your pescatarian
thanks
diet.
to my Broncos, I am halfway to my pescatarian diet.
All right, everybody, cheer for the Broncos. Let me get an ayo. Ayo.
What's up, Callie? I see you, man. What's up,
Hey,
Nicole?
yo, cousin. Yes, Raiders took him.
Well,
so
go ahead, get your shit out, man.
I mean, that means you literally have one more game that they're going to lose.
Get your
right?
shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit out.
You're going to lose.
Well, all right. Yeah, we gonna see about that.
Okay.
Like I say.
Okay.
I will tell you, I'm not very impressed with the way that my Broncos are playing. One of the things that I did learn, especially being a Laker fan and growing up listening to Chick Hearn, if you
I remember Chick Hearn.
Yeah, the late great Chick Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I did learn was, when they're playing good, you praise them. When they're playing bad, you call them out.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my Broncos are playing bad. We should be killing the damn Colts right now, and we're up by a damn field goal. Russell Wilson out there throwing damn interceptions and shit. I mean, it's just bad, man. I'm really not liking the way that my Broncos are playing. The defense is basically our saving grace right now. You know what I'm saying? We're the defense is actually doing a damn good job, but at the same time, the offense needs to step up and really, do what they do. Callie, I can tell you right now, you could sit here and say my Broncos are ass, but I'll talk about your music, motherfucker. So
he said it's gonna make it personal.
I'm about to say, speaking of ass, nigga, Oh, but congratulations on you, your sneak marriage and your baby. Congratulations on that, man.
I cannot with you.
What?
You said your sneak marriage. Listen.
That nigga dressed up like a ninja and jumped the broom.
He did not sneak. There was a whole audience and everything. People and witnesses and all that stuff.
Okay. Were the witnesses Jehovah? Jehovah Witnesses?
I'm not messing with you.
Do you know that the kingdom of heaven is here at hand?
I come to the door with Sage. They be turning around.
Hey, you know what? True story, and two of them. Before we get into this, I got two true stories about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
The first one, I was actually in college,
mm-hmm.
and I had my apartment and whatnot, and I was being a little mannish. But there was these Jehovah's Witnesses that continued to come to my door. And they would look through, like, the way that my kitchen was situated. Mm-hmm. The curtain didn't go all the way down.
So they would look and staring all up in your house.
Right.
Oh,
and you can actually see into my bedroom from the kitchen.
Oh, they got butt naked action.
So what basically happened, I happened to have a nice young lady in my apartment
at
at that time.
Yeah, they would have got some butt naked action.
And, I'm in there smashing. And she looked. She said, oh, my God, there's people peeking through the window. I said, oh, yeah? And I look. And I'm like, okay, it's some damn Jehovah's Witnesses. So I get up, man, and Pickle just swinging. You know what I'm saying? And I open the door, butt naked. I'm like, what do you ladies want? She said, son, you shouldn't be like that. I said, well, you shouldn't be looking through my window. Get the hell on. So that was the first one. The second one, I actually learned a very harsh lesson.
Okay.
My stepmother, Kathy, God rest her soul, was a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, she used to have watchtowers and, you know, things of that nature, you know, strewn around, you know, around the house and whatnot. But it was one day I was being an ass, and I grabbed one of the watchtowers. I'm like, man, I don't believe in this shit. And I threw it on the ground and started stomping them. Right? Oh. And she said, Jehovah's going to get you. I said, man, I don't, yeah, whatever. So literally the very next day, I was playing basketball. I was at Rush Memorial Gym. I was over there hooping. And I promise you, I was spinning baseline. You know, I beat my man. I was spinning baseline. I was about to go up and dunk. And another person just came out of nowhere. And his mouth hit my head, right? His mouth hit my head. And I instantly grabbed onto my head. He fell down. He's holding his mouth. I'm holding my head. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, maybe it was just a headbutt or whatever. I let my hand go and blood just start oozing out. Whoa. So I run to the bathroom real quick, and his tooth is still stuck in my forehead.
Ooh, that's nasty.
So, you know, I take it out, you know, and bandage it up or whatever. And I still, you know, I don't want to take my hat off, but I still, to this day, I have that scar sitting on top of my head. But as soon as I got home, I called Kathy. I said, I am so sorry. I did. I'm so sorry. So that was, yeah. I don't talk bad about Jehovah's Witnesses no more. You know, I may joke around, but this scar, yeah, that's all bad.
So you feel as though playing basketball, which was already a physical contact style-esque sport, you think that the reason why that whole situation happened is because you stepped on the watchtower?
Because I guess it was in a sense blaspheming. It was in a sense blaspheming. So with that being said, I think that was Jehovah or God, or as you would say, whatever, however you want to put it, that was a higher power saying, "Hey, little nigga, stop playing." You know what I'm saying? This is this is the atmosphere showing you, hey, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? You know. So, I mean, I'm sure it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. But yeah, that's my story. You know, and you know, I learned a lesson from it.
I think like the worst thing I've ever done to one of the unsolicited conversations about, you know, Christ in the Bible is that when they ask if I believe in God, I ask them which one. And then they usually stop at that point, and the conversation doesn't go any further. And for whatever reason, and then they go, the one true God. Well, which one true God? Because everyone feels their one is the one. So which one? So then I open a rabbit hole. I open the rabbit hole, and I just let the rabbit hole just get deeper and deeper. And you know, and that's, you know, Doc, you know, I'm a dick. You know.
Yeah. We all know, Peaches. It ain't just me. We all know. Like this is nothing new.
Not sorry.
All right, so we got that out the way. The NBA preseason done started, so basketball is coming back. I do enjoy, you know, basketball. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that it's back. You know, this is my favorite time of the season. You got college football, you got NFL. What's going on, Bunny?
Right.
You
how
got.
Do you guys keep up?
No, this is like the best time of the year. You know, and you know, so college football, college basketball is coming back, NBA, NFL, it's all here. Baseball's getting ready to be over. So this is great. You know, this is a great time of the year. Not too interested to see what the Lakers are going to do this year. I'm still pissed off at them for the shenanigans that they're pulling. You know, getting rid of a lot of the youth and dealing with LeBron James, old crybaby ass, and you know, Anthony Davis, old brittle ass, and Russell Westbrook's old. I don't even know what to call him. Motherfucker need anger management.
Is that the one that always has the weird clothes on?
Yeah, him. Okay, yeah. He's more concerned about fashion than actually shooting.
I think he's going through a spiritual awakening.
Man, whatever. He needs to awaken his ass on the basketball court and start playing better. Shit.
Okay.
But hey. You know what? Actually, as a matter, you want to shout out Albert Murray?
Oh yeah, I sure will. You know,
go ahead.
He came through, did a break job for us. I swear, I had to call Doc. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, right? So after he was done with the breaks, I was like, yo, Doc, he finished in like 13.3 minutes.
That nigga's a NASCAR
it was like a NASCAR
job,
break job, swear. It was like, zoop, 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 zoop. I was like, yo, did the dude even show up? So thank you for coming through and literally came in and out, and like it was, I swear, by the time we was finished, you know, because by the time we was finished, I was like, wow, he was here and gone, and then we were laughing at that. I mean, not that it was a bad thing, but he was fast as hell, y'all. So
hey, y'all, just to let you know, man, Tiff, if you need your breaks done, man, call up ATM, Albert Murray. Albert, man, put your number in the chat so they know how to get to you, or put it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Either one. Put your Facebook or put your number down so we can get you that business.
Right.
I think he does oil changes too. Mm-hmm. Oil changes, brakes, and rotors. Yeah, he does it all, man. He's a damn good mechanic. Okay, so breaking news today. We have several things. You want to talk about the bad before we get to the good?
Yeah, okay. So I feel terrible, right? I feel terrible because if it were somebody who we knew better, we would have did this at the top of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say rest in peace or rise in power, depending on, but rise in power for Half Ounce. Now, I feel terrible because I've never listened to a single song by Half Ounce. I don't know a single thing that Half Ounce has ever done.
Yeah,
I hate to tell you guys that. I'm a terrible person for that.
Same.
But I did recognize that it did affect several people, and I saw it posted in places and or things in my own circle. So, I still want to show that respect. I mean, just because, I'm not a fan of John Smorgash's music doesn't mean he doesn't deserve that respect too.
Yeah,
so.
He's still a young man that was cut down. Cut down in his possible prime.
Way soon. Mm-hmm. So, that and I think that was all the down I had.
Well, we got.
I think we talk about Malika Williams for a split second because I just don't even know what to do with this lady no more.
Well, we can save her to the end.
Okay, all right.
We can take her.
All right.
Okay, so actually on the Las Vegas Strip today.
Yes.
We confirmed 2 dead, 6 injured, and you have 3 that are currently in critical condition after a personal stabbing. After a mass stabbing today on the Strip. Reading into the article, found out that thanks, Doc. I wanted to flirt, but I like to stay.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. So I said something about Half Ounce. One of the comments was, wait, is that a person or a product? I'm going to need y'all.
You know what?
To get it together.
Keita, you stop that. You stop that. Boom. What's up, Shantae?
Okay, good.
So apparently this dude, he was targeting, if you've ever been to Las Vegas, quit fucking giggling. If you've ever been to I'm trying to be serious here. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, when you go down the Strip, you have those girls that they dress up like the showgirls and they take pictures with you.
Right.
So this fella, he decided, he told a couple of them that he was a chef, and he wanted to take a picture with him, holding his chef's knife, and they told him no. And from that nigga got to poking.
So that's the reason why he stabbed all them damn people?
That's why he did it.
I'm not laughing at the stabbing. I'm still laughing at this damn fool because the comments just went off in our little chat. But okay, so listen.
No, stop, man. Come on, man. Straighten your face up, dude.
Okay.
So
this is sad, though, because I do this at funerals. You know that, right?
You laugh at funerals?
I swear, you cannot. Listen, family, y'all go ahead and tell the truth about me. I swear, if it's a funeral, if the first response in my family is to laugh. So any trauma response, people are typical trauma response. And my family is laughter. You could be cussing me out. And if I feel some type of way about it, I'm going to laugh first.
This nigga threw another interception. Good job, Russell fucking Wilson. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, he threw another interception.
That sounds personal.
Yeah, it's very personal. I'm sitting here wearing your fuck-ass jersey, punk-ass nigga. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. I'm talking to your black half, Russ.
So
I'm so sick of this shit.
All right, I'm going to get it together. Y'all, Doc, between Doc and the comments, y'all are killing me right now. I can't hold this. And I'm high. Y'all can't do me like
Shit, I ain't high yet, but goddamn it, I guarantee you when I get home, I'm going to be real high dealing with this bullshit. But
get it together.
So, anywho,
yes.
So we had that. is actually kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? But
it is because it was the 2 young ladies, and then there were 2 people died, and then 6 more were injured.
6 more went to the hospital,
Yeah.
and 3 out of those 6 that are in the hospital are listed in critical condition.
Critical condition.
Yeah, and that's just unnecessary.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I saw when that came across, I was like, wow.
But in good news,
yes.
I will say, in good news, President Joe Biden has actually decided, and he has done this, pardon minor marijuana offenses. So if you're in jail, yes, if you're in jail, he did pardon, or if you do have a conviction, he's pardoned it. So what he's trying to do now is declassify marijuana, on a federal level. Mm-hmm. He's also contacted all the governors from each state to basically go along with that, so he wants it, declassified on the federal and state, on a federal and state level. That does not mean if you get caught with like 20 fucking pounds of weed that they're just going to let you go. No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? These are minor weed offenses. Minor, 20.
I mean, I know of a person, right, who was dealing with, a less than announced kind of situation, right? And they classified it as intent to distribute because there were different flavors and different bags.
How much did you have?
I didn't have any at all, actually.
I feel you're lying.
Unfortunately, so did they.
Oh.
Hence my little stint, okay? So
got it.
But it just, like I said, for the minor offenses, I think honestly, since marijuana is being legalized so many places, any state where it's legal for recreational use, I think they really kind of need to just kick out the whole, if you're like you said, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, okay, either you having a really good party or you doing a little bit much, and I hear that. But if you're catching a person with 2 or 3 ounces, people smoke that in a month,
Shit, I've known
more
some
than
people
that.
Smoke that shit in about a day or two,
more
man.
than that. People smoke that, so a person's personal use, 3, 4, 5 ounces, whatever it is that you smoke. Some people have a higher tolerance, If a person has 5 or 6 different flavors, so what? I don't want to smoke the same thing every single time. Like, okay, do you have one flavor of dressing in your refrigerator? Because nobody does. So it just, anyway, but that whole thing is wonderful that they're starting to stop that, because how is it that cocaine gets, shorter time frames than marijuana?
Well, because those judges are doing a lot of cocaine, but I mean, they're doing a lot of weed too. But even with that, the way that I look at it is very simple. I mean, just legalize the shit. You know what I'm saying? Is medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, look what it's done for Mike Tyson. Before he got weed, man, he was biting motherfuckers' ears off.
And Mike is so zen now.
Yeah, he's cool as shit, man, but he's smoking a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
he only whoop ass if you make him.
True. Ask that dude on the airplane. So
exactly. He begged him to whoop his ass.
Yeah.
And over and over again. And Mike kept saying, no, I don't want to. He was like, please, Mike, please just put a hole in my face.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it is if you campaign, motherfucker, you just might get elected.
There you go.
It's just that simple. Well, yeah, we know what So here's a question to all my weed smokers, and this
what
is
did I just miss? Wait,
Nicole McMurray said, "Man, look at what weed has done for me."
Right?
Not a goddamn thing. I
have no idea
you're
what
still
you
fucking
mean.
crazy. So I can't sit here and say weed has done anything.
Listen, I tell people like with marijuana, right? Marijuana, first of all, right? I don't understand how it is that things like alcohol and tobacco and all these other things can be legal and marijuana wasn't for so long. And we understand the Philip Morris campaign, and we understand all of the mind and the brainwashing that the world likes to push out there anyway. But for the average weed or the average weed smoker, most of them, when they do smoke weed, they're just a little more adjusted.
They're just chilling.
They're chilling. That's they're hungry. You get the best recipes out of them.
Fair enough.
Man, you get a pothead that's haven't eaten all day, and then you get them in your kitchen. Oh my God.
Oh, they gonna whip up some shit.
Oh my God.
They gonna whip up some shit. They gonna whip up some shit.
It's the best.
But here's a question for my potheads, man. Here's a question for y'all. Because one of the things that I have seen is that people are literally wasting weed. And when I say wasting weed, you know, somebody will be like, oh man, I could take a whole blunt to the face. Okay, you've already passed your high. So my question is, like, legitimately,
right.
you know, on some good weed, legitimately, how many pulls does it technically take you to get high?
Depends on what I'm smoking.
Okay.
So, like, if it's wax, like shatter, crumble, butter, batter, wax, like actual, you know, wax, to get high, probably like two drags, two good solid, especially on like one of my little devices, because you know I got the, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so like one of my little devices, like the Black Mamba or the Golden Ticket or either one of those two, those would probably get you really, really right in like two drags. Like you take, you know, just a little bit, drop it in there, burn it a couple of times, you good. For like hours.
Well, let's just talk about just weed.
Okay.
All right. Let's
weed.
take let's take away the distillates and the wax and the shatter.
Concentrates and all that. Okay.
Let's just
we're not gonna go graduate.
Some good weed.
All right. So straight flower.
Yeah. So legitimately, you know, on some good weed, how many hits does it actually take you to
really get high?
No, not even really get high. Like, I mean, to really, you know, feel a good buzz and a good mellow the fuck out. Like, how many hits does that technically take?
So, depending on the strain and the strength, probably, if it's some really good bud, like 3 or 4 hits, honestly.
Man, we about to lose. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it's some really good bud, like 3 or 4 drags. Now, if it's like some backyard boogie, I'm only high while I'm smoking. Like, when I say only high while it's literally like I'm smoking it, and then as soon as I put it down or hand it to you, I'm not high no more. That, then, you know, because it just depends.
Huh.
Yeah. He over here, y'all stuck. He over here stuck because the Broncos is not doing very well.
Okay, so
Broncos are losing.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're gonna lose, or we're either gonna lose or we're going into overtime. But either way,
okay.
I look at it as, you know, with people that'll literally sit there and just, you know, load up the blunt. You know, load the motherfucker up to where it's damn near about this damn fat. You know, you done pretty much put the whole eighth in a blunt.
Like a Presidente.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
My thing is, that's a waste of weed, man. That's a waste of weed because you get high for a second and whatever the case may be, but once you're done with your weed and now you want more, you done smoked it all, man. I mean, with me, the weed that I smoke, it normally takes me about 2-3 good hits, man, and I'm putting that shit out, man. I'm good. You know, I'm high. I don't want to get, you know, atmosphere. I'm not trying to, you know, travel to Mars. I'm not trying to go back in time with Marty McFly. I just want to mellow the fuck out. You know, if I want to write something, I can write. You know, that's all I want to do. Or sometimes, you know, I just want to go to sleep. But for you cats, you know, you smoking wax and doing all that shit. Look, man, you're doing too much. You know, like at what point do you just say fuck it and move up to heroin? Because that's pretty much what you're doing.
Well, so you know, okay, so for those people, that's a true stoner. You know, you got the ones that are like, okay, in the couch stoners. For those people, that's just kind of their thing. And then what I paid attention to is that my parents' generation used to tell us that we were wasting a week smoking a blunt. So, and then I would see, and then because they were smoking joints, right? Yeah. And then you look at the next generation. And the next generation, they're literally taking, like I said, Presidentes. They're getting the whole 2-foot cigars, dumping it, you know, doing the whole squish down thing or whatever. Okay, let me not do that again. Doing the whole squish down thing or whatever, and then stuffing it with the weed. And they're having these gigantic super blunts. But I mean, it's like, it reminds me of, have you ever seen that thing with the plastic and it's like this wide and it's covered with the wax and then they put the sugar and then they put the extra stuff on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it reminds me of that thing, you know, and how fat that thing is. It's like a $90 blunt or whatever.
Yeah,
I know or that $100 blunt or whatever that thing is. It reminds me of that. That's kind of how their norm is, though. Their norm is that. Although I really need to go to California and go chop it up with the Hawaiians because the recluse... Man, let me tell you.
The who?
The recluse.
Recluse?
Recluse. You know, tomato. You know, it's so. All right. Y'all know Japtalian sometimes, okay? Black Japtalian.
Oh, by the way,
Black
when you're done with this, I got to bring Clubhouse to our show, and there's a reason why. But go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Wonderful. We'll do that. But the recluse, it is, it is a pretty decent strain of flour. I think it was Jack Herer, and then it was also dipped in oil and a wax, and then it was covered in straight sugar. So when it came out, it was crystal white, like it looked like a snowball, a snow cone or a snow stick.
Okay.
And it was actually, it was a blunt, and I have never had a blunt make me tap out after I lit it, and then I stood there for a second. I thought I was tripping, and then I took another drag, and I was done. And then the next day I woke up, and so I have never had, a blunt combination tap me out like that.
Damn.
But it was that good.
Okay.
And I have only found it in Anaheim, though. So
Anaheim. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Right.
All
the
right.
recluse.
All right.
Recluse.
All right. That's what's up.
Yes.
So okay. So this is a question that was posed because there's a cat, Benzino, right? Benzino? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I got this information from my Clubhouse club, the Golden Ticket, Don and Jason, Papa Dirt, all them, good people.
Right. Right.
So basically what happened was Wyke 100, who's at it again, decided that he was going to run the narrative that Benzino got caught with a TS.
Okay.
So he's running with that narrative. So, in the club, Benzino actually came through and we interviewed him. Mm-hmm. You can actually find it on YouTube, but we interviewed Benzino.
Okay.
And, he basically told people, look, I was in the club. I mean, not the club. I was in the hotel with two women and a vibrator. Mm-hmm. From that, they're saying, okay, he's gay. Why does he have this vibrator? Like, dude, did
He's
you
only got one dick. I mean.
Well, okay. So even with that, so ladies, let me ask you guys a question, ladies. Now, do you guys consider it gay if your partner wants to play with toys?
Okay. So the bigger question, right? Play with toys. How?
Okay. Play with toys as in, and I got to use peaches for this one, so y'all, don't take it no other way but that. But say me and you messing around, I grab a toy and I'm using it on you. We playing with the toy. Or if it's me, you, and another girl, and we in the room and we playing with the toys, but I'm using the toy on you, or you're using it on her, but you guys are not using these toys on me.
Okay.
I'm not with that shit.
Okay.
You use them on each other, but don't, no.
Okay.
So that was basically the situation that he said it was. Basically,
that was his. That was how he pointed it.
He's basically saying, "Hey, look, we had the vibrator. However, it was me using the vibrator
on them.
Exactly.
And them using the vibrator on them.
On themselves,
okay,
right?
Got it.
So with that being said, they're trying to spin the narrative that this gentleman is gay, or that he's undercover, or that he messes with transsexuals.
Okay. Now, question.
Come on.
Did the narrative that they or he received any of the toy usage at all come up at all? Like, did that narrative come up, or are we only based off of what? Because naturally, the masculine is not going to admit to wanting or using the vibrator. Naturally, no man is going to be like, yeah, I took that whole schlong. Not the masculine.
With the vibrator, where are you going to put it?
Come on, Doc.
Nah, hey,
Doc,
look,
Doc,
look,
Doc,
I don't, look,
Doc,
look,
Doc,
I'm not fucking around with that
Doc,
shit, man.
Doc,
You
Doc,
can dock all you want
Doc.
to.
Okay, so let's, science class, everyone. Can anyone tell us where the man's G-spot's located? Ladies and gents, anyone.
A place
come
that'll
on,
never be hit.
Come on, everybody in the chat. Where is the man's G-spot located? Where is the man's G-spot located?
We know where it is.
So
we know where it is.
Now that we know, right? Class, we know. Okay, now Doc, you want to ask your question one more time?
Hell no.
Please. Come on, Doc.
I'm
please.
cool.
Let's just do it for shits and giggles.
I'm cool. Look. Wait, when a black dude don't like another black dude, they always say the other one is gay. True. I'm just I like to have fun in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I like toys. Toys are fun. You know, I'm not into bondage and no shit like that. You're not tying me up. That's
no
just
handcuffs.
no handcuffs.
What?
No,
you're boring.
I ain't boring. I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? I saw misery. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers might, get a wild hair up your ass and try to Rick James a nigga. So it's one of those things where I think that so much is considered taboo. As far as sex.
Okay. Do we care though?
A lot of people like literally a lot of people care. I hate the fact that I'm about to bring this up. I'm about to put so much about myself out. But anyway, the question of that's posted to men, like would you let a woman toss your salad?
Well,
would you let a woman toss it? No. Well, you'd be surprised on how many people sit here and be like, man, that's nasty.
Bullshit.
Hell no, I ain't doing that shit.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
You can call bullshit because you've probably been with these men that have said no and then...
okay, so Doc, I have a way with having these random strange ass
by the way, I'll never drink after you, but go ahead.
Okay, so... how I have this way of getting into these random strange ass conversations with men in general.
Okay.
And how, somehow they all look at me like, this sister who has this ear that doesn't ever bleed. And so they tell me shit that they won't tell other people, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm not surprised. And so I know for a fact that it is a lot more common that men actually do prefer to have their salad tossed.
That shit is great.
Listen.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, did you hear what he just said?
Shit is
right?
great.
All right.
But go ahead.
So it is so common. And it is so out there, like so prevalent and so just like normal, like it's like head, tossing a salad is like head, to the point that in arguments, women will be like, but don't nobody eat your crack like I do.
I'm going to be perfect.
Literally will say that shit.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I've said this on stage. Look, I mean, I love the shit happening. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to stick nothing up there, but... you want to do that. I mean, and ladies, I mean, here's a visual for you. I'm a motherfucker. I got hemorrhoids. So, you want to lick them lumps. By all means, you knock yourself out. I ain't going to make you do it, but hey, I ain't going to stop you either. You just try to... I was just saying, I'm being honest here. You know what I'm saying? I love the shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if she want to do it, man, hey, I'm all for it, man. Hey, you catch me coming out the shower, it's game on. Let's get this cracking, But
that just happened.
So with stuff like that.
I'm done. That's it. It's a wrap. I'm over. I'm done.
It's crazy because somebody asked me, it was like, man, you sit here talking like that. What's gonna happen when you die and go to heaven and you meet your mama and she asks you like, son, I was watching you, man, and that lady, I'm like, hey, look, mama, I'm sorry, man, she was licking the lumps. You know what I'm saying? What was I supposed to do, mama?
Well, okay, first of all, don't put your altar in your bedroom. First of all, don't put your ancestor space, your altar, all that. Keep that out your bedroom in the first place anyway. So you are you really kind of destined to having some kind of ancestor somewhere nearby while you're doing? Yes.
Turn your head.
Some of them are freaks. They hurry up and get up in there when you get busy. So, I mean, listen, I tell people all the time, don't ever remove the idea that the person that's with you or that walks with you in the spirit realm or inside the ancestor realm, they are no different than they were in real life. So if that person was a perv in real life, they probably a perv in the after.
Hey, I'm
just saying.
I mean, we got a lot of pervs in my family, but, I know my mom. I ain't trying to see that shit. My mom's walk the fuck out. So.
I mean, and they have that option.
Hey, it's all good, but it's either way. But it's so okay. So really, my question to you women, how many of y'all do it? How many of y'all actually, actively do that for your man? How about that?
Getting a woman to admit that is like getting the man to admit that he gets it done. That shit is just not finna happen.
Oh, come on. You just admitted it. You just admitted it.
But that's because I'm different though.
You're different.
I'm different. You know I'm different.
Okay.
You know I'm different.
Ladies,
you know I'm different. Now you could look at the average spectrum. You can look at the spectrum of womendom, right? Ladydom. And then you put me there, and you know that I am not like the rest of ladydom.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so now that I said the bunny. so with that being
I
said,
heard that bunny.
so with that being said, ladies, I mean, let's be open. I mean, y'all want us to be open. Y'all want us to be open. Y'all want us to talk about our feelings and all of that good shit. But here y'all go. Y'all refuse to be open. Y'all want to be closed up. So no.
It'll come out. It'll come out. But it usually, like I said, most of the time, things like that, when people are talking about it, it comes out in things like arguments. When people are like upset and they're spazzing out at each other and they want to like make the next person feel bad for the things that they like sexually.
Oh, come on, man. See, and that's the thing. Like why it got to be used to insult somebody?
Because that's what people use things like that for.
Man.
Just like a person who's promiscuous. When a person wants to insult them, what do they call them?
A hoe.
All right, then, just and that's just it's what it is.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. I mean, especially people are grown, man. And
what that mean?
Oh, what's up, baby doll? No, I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, you can't embarrass me.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Can.
No, you cannot. You cannot embarrass me. So if we're somewhere and we end up getting into an argument and you shout out some shit, well, that's why I ate your ass. I'm like, well, yeah, you did. Okay.
I'm a dick.
I will go even further. Be like, I sure did. You ate my ass and I pooed it. Now what? So it's
yep. There you go. A little fecal function.
Yeah. Shit mouth. How you feel about yourself now? So it's one of those things where don't. Okay, true story.
But wait, I got to, and this is the reason why me and Doc end up getting along so well, because while he's saying it, the thought of, well, I shit on your tongue ran past my brain. You understand?
Well, we know what your motherfucking ass done did, so we ain't gonna bring that up. Ooh, look.
You can't bust nothing out though. You gotta remember. I told you, certain things gotta stay in the bottle.
That ear don't bleed. I got
certain things gotta stay in the bottle.
That ear don't bleed.
Just let if it does bleed, just keep it and cap it.
Right. So with that being said, and again, I come back. I come back to this. This is a true story, and I am not going to tell the names due to the nature of what happened.
Okay.
So what ended up happening? I was in the military. We all went over to one of my friend's house. He was married, so he lived in base housing. Mm-hmm. So it was 4 of us that went over there. Real cool. Getting ready to watch the game.
Okay.
So his wife she comes out the room. She really wasn't into sports, and then it's the fellas hanging out. So she decided to kind of stay out of it. Now. She was going into the kitchen, but before she gets into the kitchen, she stops and she's like, hey, I'm going into the kitchen. Does anybody need anything? We're all, no, we're good. She looks at her husband, baby, do you need anything? He said, no, I'm good. So she goes into the kitchen. She comes out the kitchen. She said, hey, I'm going back to the room. Does anybody need anything while I'm up? We was all like, nah, So she goes back to the room. This fool tried to show off. He said, hey, watch this, y'all, watch this. So he calls his wife back in there. She comes in and he's like, baby, can you get me a beer? And she said, no, I was just up. Get it yourself. So she walks back, getting ready to walk back. And he said, bitch, give me my goddamn beer like I asked. And she was so calm about it. She said, bitch, oh, you trying to show off in front of your friend? Okay. And she walked away. So we're all looking like, dude, what'd you do that for? That was unnecessary. Mm-hmm. She came back. And she was swinging the strap on. And she threw it to him. He catches it. She said, so since I'm such a bitch, how would you like your homeboys to know that I fuck you in the ass with that? At that point, now
it's like the color purple. Time to go.
And that's exactly what we did. We looked. We said, "Oh, Okay.
Shucks, turn to go.
Well,
Ooh, yeah, that you hear that?
So we're gonna.
I gotta go walk my lizard.
We're gonna go ahead and shake, and you take care of that because he was embarrassed as hell. His face turned red. You saw a tear come down his face. Like there was nothing that he could do to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was right there. And my thing was if you throw a strap on at me, I'm slapping the fuck out there. Like get away from me. He caught it. He caught it.
It sound like she did too.
Yeah, he caught it. So with that being said, we leave.
Okay.
We leave. And this was on a Sunday. I remember it very, very, very vaguely. This was on a Sunday. So Monday, we're back, at work. This cat comes in. His lip is split. His eye is swollen. He has scratches around his neck. Right? So we look and we like, damn, like what happened? He said, man, I had to make that bitch understand, so I'm the man of the house. I'm like, nigga, it looked like you lost. It looked like she helped you understand that she's the man of the house. Turns out his wife was a 5th-degree black belt, and she taught Kung Fu. She taught it. Like she had her own dojo. And you tried to fight this woman after she embarrassed you because you tried to embarrass her. So not only did she embarrass you, but she beat your ass.
Oh, that's just terrible.
So my question is, ladies.
I'm with y'all, damn Gina.
I'm
with you, girl, squirrel. Squirrel.
So my question to you ladies, okay. Did she take it too far? Not beating him up because she has the right to defend herself if he was, trying to do something to her.
Okay.
So my actual question is, did she take it too far bringing out that dildo in front of us? Bringing out that strap on. Did she take it too far?
No.
Okay. Explain.
I mean, did he take it? He took it low and she took it way low. See, that's just it. You understand what I'm saying? People, first of all, you don't get to do shit to me and then govern the shit that I do back to you. You understand what I'm saying? If you do dirt, don't look at me and be like, but my dirt is only this big and your dirt is that big. Nah, dirt is dirt, punk. I thought we was fighting. Shoot the what? Hold up. So don't come with your little grocery bag of dirt knowing full fucking well that I don't just keep a grocery bag. I got a whole storage facility, 10,000 square feet, 3 stories high, full of shit I'm gonna throw on your head if you come at me. Because I'm not playing with you. I'm gonna make sure that you don't ever. Because that's it. If I take it all the way low, so low that you don't ever text me again, then that means I made my point.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, and this is just a message to my fellas, man. I would never put my my old lady in that particular type of situation. It's not about showing out in front of my friends, anything of that nature. But fellas, and this is just being honest, never, ever piss off the person that knows your sexual secrets, dude. Just don't do it. That's not something you want to do because they're going to tell them at a time to basically shut you down.
You just don't cross the people that's closest to you.
Yeah.
You don't cross the person you lay your head with. Now, a lot of people are, I know y'all not gonna hear nothing I'm saying because y'all be dumb as dog shit when it comes to this one.
Dumb as dog shit.
I mean, dumb as dog shit when it comes to this one. But the first thing that they want to do is cross the person that lay their head right next to them.
Thy shall get their lick back.
This is the person who you literally sleep with. Do you know how much shit that person can do to you in the 6 to 8 to 10 hours that it is that you sitting there laid back with your mouth wide open, breathing deeply in your REM status? You know how much shit can happen? Oh my God. And don't let her be spiritual because you're going to have a witch doing dances on your forehead before the morning. So don't seriously. People are, anyway, y'all better listen. I can only tell you once. This was your warning.
Look, man, at the end of the day, man, it's one of those things where, if you're gonna fight fair. If you're gonna fight fair.
All's fair in love and war.
And I'm only saying that. I'm only saying that to say this. I mean, nobody really wins in an argument because nobody is listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you do find yourself in an argument, man, keep the blows above the waist, man. You don't have to hit low. You know what I'm saying? To say that, well, I won this argument. You ain't win shit. You just hit below the belt. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hit below the belt. I can't do that because I have a very, very bad mouth. You know what I'm saying? So to do that to somebody that, you love or that you care about, you always, you want to take that into consideration. Now, some women, as Peaches is over there with that look on her face, Peaches just don't give a damn. You got to do what you got to do, Chief. No, ain't no rules in fighting. That's not true either, man.
Look, all is fair in love and war. I didn't make that up. And it's and that is something that people say often because they use that very same phrase to get away with doing stupid ass shit to people, and then they get upset when somebody does some stupid ass shit back to them, and then they still don't want to hear that phrase in the retrospect. So unfortunately,
sorry, go ahead. Go just.
He's over here having like a fit, I guess, of some sort. So who lost?
No, we're about to lose to the Colts, man.
Okay.
We're about to lose to the Colts.
The Colts did their thing.
Why would y'all do this?
The Broncos are not doing their thing today, guys. All right. So ultimately, people want to, like I said, you don't get to govern how pissed off I am and what I think is of a good enough retort. That's my retort. So you can't look at me and be like, your breath smells like doo-doo, and then I turn around and look at you like, but that's because I shitted on your pillow, and then homegirl.
Look, I mean, but okay, but see, that's the thing. It's like, okay, half the time, we don't even say things that merit some of those comebacks. Women, I mean, and some of us men have it too, but women, like y'all have this logic in y'all to cut the nigga, cut him deep. You know what I'm saying? Cut him deep, cut him long, cut him hard, just stab him.
Okay.
It don't need to be that way.
Now, question.
Answer.
Have you taken into consideration that whatever prompted this deep cut, the response, so whatever the action was, the reaction is a deep, deep cut. Have you taken into consideration that action may have been a deep cut as well? To the person who received it? You know
what? If I have said something that, pissed you off to that, to that magnitude, then okay. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. If I dish it out, then I damn well better be able to take it.
Oh, but that's not true. Most people
don't.
No,
that's where I'm at.
Don't. Okay.
I mean,
we're talking about just verbally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah. I don't put my hands on people.
Well, no, I'm talking about just in general because I look at it like in general. People tend to do things and dish things out or send things into the lives of people that they do not want in their own space. And so that's why I'm asking if you mean just like verbally, or are we talking about in general in your dealings with a partner?
Well, I mean, look, those verbal scars. Mm-hmm. Those mental scars, they hurt a lot worse than the physical ones. And they take a lot longer to heal. By the way, Marcus, thank you. I see that. Stephanie, kiss my ass. Okay, so so with that being said, no, I mean it's look, at the end of the day, I gotta quit saying that. Look, I mean, I'm basically saying, if we live together, if we are in a situation together, we're there. I'm not going to say something to you that I know is going to, really hurt your feelings. If we get into an argument, and I hate arguing, but if we get into an argument, then basically what I'm looking at is like, okay, I need to make her understand me, just like I need to understand her.
Right.
I gotta see your point of view just like you gotta see mine.
Right.
But my thing is like, I'm not trying to win this argument. I'm just trying to get to an understanding.
Okay.
This is not combat. And that's what some women get. It's like, no, this is combat. We arguing, it's combat. So I got to win the argument. So I'm going to hit this nigga in his nuts so he stops arguing with me. Okay. And it does get that way, and y'all need to stop that.
It's a lot of times too. Like I said, sometimes there's times where I have noticed that in relationship settings where, and this is probably a toxic trait of mine. I don't know, maybe throwing my own business out there, but there's times where I notice that I'll say something and the person will be like, oh, you're being a dick or you're being an asshole. And I be really hella genuine with what it is that I'm saying. Like, it'll be a question, and my question will be so genuine. And a person will take so much offense to what it is. Now, number one, we already know I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not about to fluff nothing up for you. I'm not her. If it's a question, if it's something that I want to know, I'm coming direct. Now, some people look at that like it's being cutthroat. I don't look at it like cutthroat. I think that we grown, and if I can't damn talk to you, but we fucking, like, seriously?
Well, that's
like,
the thing. Communication is key.
So we sleep together, and I can't be straight up and be like, "Yo, this is a problem, and I don't like this," or "This is I can't be real." Like,
well, no, and I'm not saying that's the thing. I'm not saying that.
No. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of people out there who are that. And so I'm not. I just want to throw out there, I don't fluff things up. So it could be quite possible, because I don't fluff things up, that's looked at as being offensive or kind of aggressive, or some people call it masculine. Or
look, you okay? You don't have to fluff them up, but you can use tact when you're talking to people. And that's one of the things. My mama, she taught me that tact is a art that a lot of people don't have. They just say the shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say the shit. You got to use tact. You have to use tact in those situations.
Okay, so we already know that I'm gonna just say what the hell. If it's here, it flies out of here.
Homer.
We know this
Peter
already.
Griffin.
So since we know this already, you have to know this coming into the situation. You have to know this before you start the relationship. You have to know before you get to the part of being a couple, an item, living together. You had to know this mouth before we got there, because I know you did. So yes, one way or another, you had to know this mouth. So, hey, y'all did it. So,
okay.
So if you are aware, now, not saying that it can't be worked on or things can't be corrected or built or you can't say things, but if you know that the person is a straight up person or a direct person, why do you start to become offended later down the line? Because I guarantee it was never something. If you get to the point of living with each other.
Okay, so. Because we're at the 51-minute mark, so we are literally about to run out of time. But before we do this, I'm gonna shut that whole argument down. If you women would spend the same amount of energy sucking dick as you do to sit here and cut a nigga down, your relationships would be a lot happier. So with that being said, we get ready to cut up out of here. Now, I don't want to see you sitting here arguing for 30 minutes, 3 days, and things of that nature, but suck dick for 5 minutes, talk about your jaws hurt. I'm not dealing with that. All right, so go ahead, Peaches. Let them know where you at.
Okay, my _auntie_peaches. Y'all, who do that? What grown ass?
Hey, go ahead.
On TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. Y'all see my government up in here because I'm chatting with y'all in the chat too. Love y'all. Thank y'all for joining. What? Where y'all be meeting them at?
Hey, I'm just trying to put it out there.
Upset.
I'm just trying to put it out there. I'm just letting you know.
That just irked all my grown up nerves.
and as you know, you can find me at Dion Big Doc Amos on Facebook, Big Doc 68 on Instagram, the real Big Doc on Twitter, and on Clubhouse. I'm just Big Doc. Is real simple, man. Shout out to my Clubhouse family. I see Politic and I see Papa Dirto.
Yes, thank you guys for joining. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes. And thank you for we got our family, our regular family in here.
Oh yeah.
Kiki, Irie, Sauce.
Do you love? Oh, sorry.
Yo, right. Kiki, Irie, Sauce.
I'm just saying.
We got Nicole. We got our loves. Our loves is in here. Thank you guys for joining us, Marcus. Right?
I just got a text message from somebody that's listening. She said that Gawk 3000 solves everything. You goddamn right it does.
Who the what?
That Gawk 3000. Gawk double hand. But no, man, it's honestly, man, thank everybody, man, for listening in. Tiff, Nicole, Steph, Marcus.
Somebody asked me what happened to the term butt loving because it was in every single. Somebody
asked that?
Somebody actually said.
Who asked about butt loving?
I haven't heard Doc say the term. He hasn't worked it into the show in like 3 episodes. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It's been like a good 3 weeks before you have figured out a way to work that term into the conversation. Even though we were talking about butt loving today, you still didn't do it.
It's too many. You know what? I'm scared to use a term now because if I use the term butt loving, somebody might clip it and say that, oh, Big Doc loves butt loving. So I'm just letting you know I don't love butt loving. Y'all love butt loving, but I don't love butt loving. Well, some of y'all like butt loving, but.
And we even talked about butt loving today.
Well, we talked about butt licking.
Well, it's still butt loving.
It's still butt loving. So, well, there, I worked it in. There's butt loving.
Well, there it is, you guys. Butt loving.
You got your butt loving fix.
All right.
Hope you're happy with your butt loving.
I'm just saying.
You happy now? Whoever asked that question.
It was a whole conversation, too.
Straight up butt loving. Okay. Well, either way, man. I'll talk about it next week. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. As always, keep sharing, man. Get your people out here, man. Thank you, man.
Yes. Like, share, follow, love, send stars. Yes.
We out of here.
Love it.
Out.